In one of the feature matches this evening, you talk about an all-out brawl. I tell you, if you're looking for Luthez, Vern Gagne, ain't going to happen tonight because these two behemoths are in the ring with the Steiner brothers, Rick and Scott Steiner. I'm going to start with you, John Johnson. Can you imagine if you and Stallion happen to get a victory here this evening, how that would absolutely propel you to the upper echelon in pro wrestling to defeat a Hall of Fame team like the Steiners?
The imaginating is over. Us defeating the Steiner brothers isn't the question. It's how bad we're going to deflate Scott Steiner. See, the Black Stallion and I have known each other for 15 years. We've tagged with each other for 15 years. And tonight's the opportunity for us to prove to the wrestling world and to you that we are as good as we say we are.
Well, you know, I'm not going to, for 1 second, cast any aspersions on the two of you as a tag team combination. But let's be honest about this, Black Stallion. Who you're getting in the ring with tonight, Rick and Scott Steiner, probably two of the most celebrated tag team wrestlers in the history of this business, former world champions. Their legacy extends from here to, Hawaii. Japan, Hawaii, Germany, you name the country, and it's happened.
Are you done yet?
I believe so.
You see, because you know firsthand, you've seen what we've done to people in this ring. You've been around for just as long as we've been around here in the Midwest. You see, those chumps, they haven't been around here. We've been the ones who've taken out everyone who's come through Minnesota, everyone who's come through Wisconsin, everyone who's come through Iowa. They have to go through us. And how many people have made it through us? You answer that question right now.
Not very many.
Exactly.
Not very many.
Exactly. You see, I'm sick of hearing all this crap about the Steiners and how good they are and how good they were 50 years ago. This is 2014. This is our time. It's not time for their time has been over. They've had their day in the sun. They want to come here. They want to take money out of our pocket. It's not going to happen. It's not going down like that. You see, we are going to show you and everyone else why we are the two to walk in the face of this stinking planet.
Sitting between the two of you, certainly I'm not going to say anything, that would disagree with that. Although in closing, John Johnson, once again, if you look at the record books, you look at the annals of professional wrestling, you look at all the teams that the Steiner brothers have gone through over the years, and you're talking about whether it's the Road Warriors, whether it's, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, the list is endless. I know you better than to think that you're...
Pete Rose was a really good baseball player, but he's not in the Hall of Fame. Tonight at Legendary, we are going to destroy the Steiner brothers.
Let's go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess point made, point taken. The Black Stallion and John Johnson in the ring with Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
As they've gotten older, it's really tough. Rick Steiner said, "You ready to go?" Right in the back, he sounded just like Scott. They're like one and the same.
Oh, sure they are. Yeah, I mean, this tag team combination, so tough, not only as professional wrestlers, but their amateur wrestling background is second to none. You got Big Papa Pump and the dog-faced gremlin, and you've got, in my estimation, probably, aside from maybe the Road Warriors, the single most devastating tag team of the modern era in professional wrestling.
Don't let him talk. Don't let him talk.
Referee Jay Soltis better get out of the way. That's a lot of beef in
Where's
that
all
ring.
our freaks at in Wisconsin?
Uh-oh, Scotty's got the microphone. This
No, I see you two guys coming here with 2 girls, and they were ugly as hell. You need to put a leash on Joe's.
You aren't kidding.
So let's go to all my freaks out there. Big Papa Pump your hookup. Holla, if you hear me.
Man, how'd you like to be on the wrong side of Scott Steiner? How'd you like to piss this guy off?
I don't think I'd like to be on the right side either, for that matter.
Scott Steiner and Rick Steiner, ladies and gentlemen, some of their legendary matches over the years in WCW are really the stuff that tales are told from generation to generation. Some incredible wars with some of the biggest and toughest wrestlers ever to step into the ring. And right now, we're not going to take anything away from John Johnson and the Black Stallion. They've got 15 years in this business of teaming together on and off. They're both big, rough, tough kids, and they think they got a lot to prove tonight. And can you imagine a victory over the Steiner brothers?
Well, and you asked them that, and how did you take their answer, their response?
Well, I take it as A, way overconfident, B, dismissive of a tag team.
And that's where I came with the disrespectful.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's the young generation, older generation. We see this in pro wrestling all the time. A lot of the kids that are wrestling today, and I say kids, I'm talking about the younger generation, they look at their predecessors not with respect, not with adulation, not with the homage that they should be paying to them, but with downright disrespect and disdain, exactly as you said, Pete.
It's almost like they forgot what got them there, or the types of people that got them there.
Yeah,
and that's really what this match represents. I got to make a comment on Rick Steiner. Probably he looks very agile right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to say it's the smallest I've seen him, but he looks like he can get around the ring right now as quick as ever.
Rick is in tremendous condition, and again, he may have lost a little bit of the size and the muscle mass
I like it.
that he had years ago, but you're right, he looks to be in tremendous shape. And what can you say about Scott Steiner? I mean, this guy
How do you do that?
He could move a building, you know, with a pinky finger.
He could pick this whole casino up and throw it on its back.
He could. Oh, wait a minute. Steiner waving that chain. Dog-faced gremlin threatening referee Jay Soltis. The senior official probably in the upper Midwest right now, I would have to say.
I wouldn't even say probably. You got to go with it, don't you?
Yeah, wait a minute, we're waiting for the signal for the bell. Such as this bell is.
I asked him if he could hear it, and he said, sort of. That's kind of our running fun tonight.
Rick and Scott Steiner, ladies and gentlemen. The Black Stallion and John Johnson. Big Papa Pump. Oh! Lighten up Johnson in the corner, and you don't often see that, I have to say. It's usually John Johnson lighting the fire, and right now with that successive series of chops there to the sternum, Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner, whether he was in WCW, TNA, WWE, wherever, Japan, Australia, all over the world, this guy, there's no real descriptive that you can put on Scott Steiner. There is none. None of them makes the point.
Just the power. Just the power with scientific wrestling and the aggression. All in one swing. Very rarely packaged.
And you know what's interesting about Scott Steiner? This guy has come back from many, many injuries over the years as well. But he comes back, he seems to be tougher than he was before.
Absolutely.
But now John Johnson, and this is what we talked about a little bit earlier, you don't take anything away from Johnson, you don't take anything away from Stallion. Johnson may be one of the most disqualified wrestlers in the upper Midwest. Throws the rule book out the window, doesn't care about
Would love to find that stat, Mick. That's a good one.
He's right up there, I promise you. He's been fined, he's been thrown out, he's been suspended, but he doesn't care. He'll hit a referee, he'll hit a promoter, he'll hit a fan, he'll take somebody's pizza and step on it. He doesn't care. This is one mean SOB. Look at Pump. Oh, look at Steiner. Black Stallion comes into the ring, but he thought better of it. And I tell you what, for Black Stallion to take a step back is very, very unusual.
We still haven't seen Rick Steiner. There's our first of them right there on your screen.
Soltis doing his job, sad as it may be. He's got to get Steiner out of the ring. Sometimes that adrenaline rush, you do your partner more harm than good by trying to interfere and get involved in the matchup. It allows the double team that's going on right now. And again, they continue the assault on Big Papa Pump. There's a duck on the close. Oh, Rick Steiner! Rick Steiner, look at him, look at him. Look at the gremlin. Uh-oh. Somebody open up the kennel door. He's out.
And they're out of the ring.
Steiner looking kind of like a combination Labrador, Rottweiler, Pit Bull. I don't know what you want to throw in there. I wouldn't mess with him. Give him a treat. The man's hungry. Johnson and Stallion are backpedaling. To me, that's an amazing sight, Pete.
You don't see that very often, do you?
Well, they're two big guys, 260, 270 each of them. They are street tough. They prefer to brawl. You know, scientific wrestling, yeah, if we have to.
Twist my arm.
Look at this now, Rick Steiner jockeying for position. Stallion at least momentarily overpowering Steiner in the corner. Boy, this is pure power on power right now. Oh! He bit him!
Wow.
He bit him!
Boy, the kids ringside love that one.
They sure did. I told you, the man was hungry, give him a treat, and he proceeded to gnaw.
He took a treat.
He gnawed on that ample keister of the Black Stallion.
Ooh, Jay Soltis taking no guff there. He said, shut up, let's go. Love that microphone we have ringside. You can really hear what's going on in there.
Black Stallion was flashing his buttocks in the general direction of Soltis, who was waving his hand in the air as if to say it wasn't exactly odiferous, if you get my drift.
Absolutely.
Look at Steiner. Again, both Steiner brothers, two tremendously gifted amateur wrestlers, University of Michigan, All-American class wrestlers. Oh no, he's fighting again. Look at him now. Steiner. And when Soltis gets in position, Steiner goes back for the modified wrist lock there. Watch him now. Here he goes again. Little Evander Holyfield there. Courtesy of the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. Oh, again. That time Soltis caught him. Oh. Stallion coming back again. We're not going to take anything away from Stallion and John Johnson, because they'll go toe-to-toe with anybody. And right now, Stallion with that boot right in the face of Rick Steiner.
They're impressive, and you know, they've cut both of these guys down at some point of this match.
You know, I'm not sure a huge upset if Stallion and Johnson were to gain victory here. An upset, yes, but I tell you what, this is one legit tough tag team.
I would think from a fan's perspective, you might feel emotionally that way. But the fact is they match up quite well. This has been the one on the card that I've been watching and waiting for the most.
Stallion doesn't deliver a forearm shot. He delivers a tree trunk to the side of the jaw.
So we'll call that a tree trunk shiver.
All right. Look at him now. Look at Stallion. I mean, snapmare to the canvas. Measuring Rick Steiner now. And now John Johnson. Oh, he's happy now. He's a happy guy. Look at him. You don't want to antagonize Scott Steiner. I don't care if he's on the ring apron or if he's on Mars. Don't get in the man's face.
It's easy to be a front runner, isn't it?
Yeah. An absolutely enthusiastic crowd, ladies and gentlemen. Or as they say in the wrestling business, a red-hot house.
Ooh. An outdoor show here at Legendary Waters Resort and Casino as well in Red Cliff, Wisconsin.
By the way,
cooler vibe.
I should add, I lost my ass on the slot machines tonight.
Did you?
I did.
So you lost your paycheck.
I pretty much did. Yeah. And yours.
Oh, thanks. That's why Sabic was running away from me.
Well, still to come, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we've got that three-way dance for the Heavy on Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. That's still to come.
Our second three-way of the night.
And Hardcore Holly and Luke Hawks, no disqualification, false count any. You and I better stay limber up here, and we're at the top of the bleachers.
I'm already exhausted from what we've seen.
Well, you talk about hard-hitting action.
Boy, which one's the main event on that one?
You go top to bottom on this lineup from what we've seen tonight. Not a lot of scientific wrestling, not a lot of catch-as-catch-can wrestling, not a lot of luchador style. Straight ahead, ground and pound, kick-your-ass wrestling.
You know, that's kick-ass wrestling, bottom line.
From the top, oh, nobody there! Scott Steiner imploring his brother to get over and make the tag. You got to get the fresh man in there. At the same time, Johnson wants to make a tag to Stallion. He had all the wind knocked out of him on that failed crossbody from the top. Oh, look at Steiner now. Clothesline. Scott Steiner is a man possessed in there. This guy is a runaway freight train. Oh, God, over the top with the suplex. Dropped him on his head. Oh, look at Steiner. The man's a machine.
Johnson dropped on his head on that belly-to-belly.
Look at this now, Scott Steiner. Oh, he drilled him. And I mean, he got every bit of it. Steiner feeling it, signaling that this one is over. Watch this now. What does he have in store? Oh, he's got him. He's got him in that modified camel clutch. That's it, Steiner recliner.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners by way of submission, the Steiner brothers.
The Steiner recliner takes care of another victim. And how many years has that been going on?
The Steiner recliner. And while he put him in that one, it was Rick Steiner on the outside of the ring, keeping the Black Stallion at bay, and it is all over. And John Johnson taps out.
I don't think John